When we were young, way younger, God called us into ministry and to go to, especially my husband, to go to a Spanish-speaking country. And it wasn't until 30 years after that call that the door finally opened for us to go. And the Lord just reminded me one day, before you go across the world, you have to go across the street. The people are wonderful people, very sweet, very kind. A lot of kids call us Grandma and Grandpa. You can't go through town without meeting somebody that you know. We have one student in particular that actually came to us through the English classes. Came to the Lord during Bible devotion time of the English class and accepted Christ, him and his brother and sister. And immediately got into a church, immediately wanted to get deeper into the Word, became a student of the Bible Institute course, is actually like a son to us over time, and went on to serve on the National Church Board. Especially in the area where we live, there's a lot of tourism. And if we can help an adult learn English, then it helps them get better jobs. So when they come, they get 45 minutes of English, a half an hour of cafecito, because coffee is really important to Costa Ricans. Right. They get a Bible devotion in Spanish, and then another 45 minutes of English. So it really helps them to learn the language, but at the same time, they get a spiritual teaching as well. That actually started out because I was invited to have coffee with a group of ladies, and I took cookies, and they wanted to learn how to make the cookies. So I invited them to the house. Yeah. As I served them the cookies we made, I did a little devotional. And that group has gone on every week on Thursdays, and we're going on probably 7 years now. We do a lot of counseling. We do a lot of personal counseling, but mostly marriage counseling. I think of all of our ministries, that is probably the most heavy. Sure. You see how the enemy wants to destroy a marriage, especially a Christian marriage, and especially a pastoral family. We work with a ministry called Seeds of Hope, which deals with the prevention of sexual exploitation and abuses of different kinds. And so the Lord has opened a great door that we serve on the board for that. And that works mainly through clubhouse activities, and it's after school during the week and then on Saturdays. And the kids learn, first of all, Bible, English, and then a lot of vocational skills as well. Sure. And they just they have a reward system. If they're real noisy in class, we give them tokens for being more quiet. Right. And if they're real timid, then we give them rewards for participating. Right. And it's been very good. Yes, they sell jewelry, and it's wonderful because that helps pay their bills. We don't give them the cash, but they also learn other trades like serving tables, anything in that respect, cooking. We even opened up a beauty shop because someone came and taught them how to cut hair and how to do that, and so now they have another form of, a better way of earning money. That they can see. It's something that is even passed on in their own families. And we want to show them the value that they have. You know, they don't have to go that route. And not only for the girls, but we've also added to that called Roots of Hope, and that's for the young men. It's so great to have other young men come alongside them and help encourage them, kind of like the boys club kind of a thing. Sure. And to have someone that cares about them, and again is teaching them something to do other than gardening and the kinds of other things that they usually do. We work quite closely with the government with that because they use Seeds of Hope as a model for how to do this. Right. And so this school does open up their doors for us to come in, but they also do dramas that, it's sad, but it's things that the kids are experiencing. A drama, for instance, about where a girl is pushed into a type of prostitution, even from, say, someone that is going to give them rice if she goes and spends some time with this person, and the audience can relate to whether it's something that's happened to them or someone they know. And so it's one of those areas where we're thankful that the Lord has opened the doors, because then we show them a hope of something different. They don't have to continue those chains that have had them bound all this time, and they break the chains. pediatric ward of the hospital really needs to be remodeled. So she brought in about 20 young people, and they went in there and they just cleaned out that area, the waiting area. And this doctor, who was an atheist, came in, Dr. Aldo, and they're writing scripture on the walls and things and good wishes for the kids. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And we explained we wanted to bless whoever was in that area when they come in. And just as he saw everybody working, it just drew him to what the heart was. And got to talking to some of the volunteers, and he gave his heart to the Lord. And now he is one of the great teachers and leaders in our local community. And he's helped us in areas, opened doors for us in areas, has helped Bill and I personally with the ministry center that we're doing. And he's one of those, there was a before and an after. I have seen him publicly apologize to people that he had talked to before he knew the Lord. He had a bad reputation, and I have seen him publicly in a large group of people apologize for that. Flooding in the outlying areas can happen. One time there was a good flooding amount in an area, and they were literally carrying the folks out of the nursing home with the water up high.
Wow.
Yeah. One time seven houses got washed away by the river, the flooding. And again, the English group at that time came in, and we helped resupply with not just food, but beds and stoves and gas tanks and refrigerators. Somebody gave us a word that God said it's going to happen, but it's going to take some time as far as the ministry center was built. And at first I thought, no, I want it to happen now. And so whenever we would have obstacles and have problems, I would remember that word and cling to it. And I thought, no, God said it was going to happen. And it took 10 years to get to where we're at now, but we've got the ministry house going, the ministry center's going, and once we, like I said, sell that last lot, for this phase, I say that because I don't know what God's going to do tomorrow. You know, here I am, Lord, use us.